Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Horizon 4 with a rally tournament. We're going to be racing through the muddy forests around the quarry, pretty much. Now, normally when we run these, everybody ends up bringing all sorts of weird and wonderful cars, which is why today I have restricted them to using basically proper rally cars. We have a combination, really, from Group B, Group A and WRC machinery, which should hopefully prove quite interesting as they battle it out in A-Class along a muddy rally stage. There's a couple of big jumps, there's a water splash, everything a rally stage might need. We have got, up first, a Quattro, Lancia Delta, and a much more modern Evo. I can't remember which one it is, the 8 or 9 or something like that. We set them off and underway. It's a good start for the Lancia. Very, very evenly matched between the Lancia and the Evo. The first part of this course is quite narrow, quite technical. You've got to be very, very careful of the walls, the fences around here. You don't want to brush into them. It will cost you a lot of momentum. There's also a rolly curb here if you go too far to the inside. The Quattro playing a little bit risky with that. Now, because of a couple of people unable to join at the last minute, we have got a slightly uneven qualifying. We have 2 heats of 3 and 1 heat of 4. Top 2 cars will make it through. The vehicles that don't qualify will go into a spanner final, where the top 2 will progress to the semi-finals. It's been a good pass from the Quattro to move up into second place as they all run nose to, quite literally nose to tail, through this next section. A little bit of paint swapping between the cars as we head through the mud. The Evo's got a very good run, nowhere to go. Lancia's out a little bit wide here as they go side by side up towards the second of the jumps. Not quite as big actually as I was expecting it. I've crashed my drone off the course. Yeek. Quickly, droney, get back into the action. The Quattro's managed to make a pass for the lead. The Lancia now trying to fend off for that second place. Second place is important here. If you can hold on to it, it's a run to the line. Quattro gets it, Lancia second, Evo third. What a battle. That's a good sign for things to come. Right there, they shoot off back towards the start. Off they go. Oh, and someone's fallen in the river. I saw that. You didn't think I saw that? I saw that. Brilliant, brilliant race. The Evo doesn't automatically progress, but will go into the spanner final. That car was looking pretty quick. Fantastic battle. So, for the second heat, we have got a Galant, a Lancia Delta S4, and a Subaru Impreza. Again, fairly decent spread of years when it comes to rally cars. 2 with lots of rally lights, 1 without. I hope the Galant does well, partly because I'm running one in the later heats. Chris forgot we were doing a getting ready command. Yep, that was impressive stuff. There's always going to be one. We've said, we've had in previous ones, we said we were doing ready commands, but still, there's always one. Galant's off to a mediocre start on the second attempt. The Subaru with a good launch on the outside. Now, the Delta S4 can be quick. They can be quite difficult sometimes to get cooperative, even up in A-Class. There's a little bit of fence clearing going on. The Subaru with a decent lead up here. However, everything can change around this circuit. Big jump for the cars there. Subaru around the outside of the puddle. Delta tries to make it stick around the outside of the puddle. Actually, it's a little bit too much oversteer as we jump our way up that little crest there, throw out a few cars. Oh, there's a few vehicles in trouble. Galant brushes the fence. Just about gets away with that one. That bump got some unhappy cars, shall we say, going through all of that. Can the Galant close in? I mean, it's not the usual Mitsubishi versus Subaru battle we have going on up at the front, but it is a Mitsubishi versus Subaru regardless. The Delta's actually closing back in for this final sector. Could the Lancia have a dive up the inside at the final corner? It's trying to carry enough speed. It can't do it through the mid-corner. Lost too much in the end. Not quite as close as the first race, but still not that far apart between the three of them. Subaru is through. Galant is through. The S4 has a chance via the spanner final, but couldn't quite make it there. So, we are on to the third of the heats. We have got the only front-wheel drive car in the field. The Focus on the outside might struggle on the dirt. We'll have to wait and see. Never know. An Evo 6. We have me driving the Galant, and we have another one of the Imprezas. Should be an interesting heat. Little scared, not going to lie, of the Evo 6. I know how quick those things can be in A-Class, while perhaps standard engine and for this sort of thing, maybe not as fast as it might be for some other stuff. It's always going to be a tough car to beat. The Focus is going to struggle at the start. Now, it might get better later on. Oh, there's going to be a gap up the inside. We're going to go 3 wide. Oh, a little bit of a nudge towards the wall. We're battling with the Subaru. Be careful of the rolly ditch. You don't want to end up in that. The reason why we're going to start a dry line was to allow some of the rear-wheel drive cars to fight, but no one wanted a rear-wheel drive because they were likely to be hammered by the all-wheel drives, but Ollie wanted to drive a front-wheel drive. So, you know, that's the thing. We're going to go alongside the Subaru, trying to not put it in the wall. It's a very, very good battle between Impreza and Galant. Much like we saw in that first round, it has meant the Evo 6 has got a little bit of a lead. Now, that's how much of that is down to the Evo 6 being very quick. I don't know. I would generally be worried about said vehicle. The Focus is going stronger towards the end of the course. Like, once it's got going, the Focus is not too bad, but it is not quite going to get going in time. The Evo 6 is going to take victory here. The 2 Mitsubishis are through. Hey, we got out of the way. The Fox got murdered by the Subaru, not by me. We both make it through. There's a good contingent. In fact, all of the Mitsubishis are through. Oh, no, not one wins the Spanner final. Ignore me. Made that up. Focus. Put up a good effort. Very good effort for front-wheel drive. That's out. A fantastic battle with the Subaru. They are not entirely out. There is a chance with the Spanner final. That should be pretty manic as well. So, here we have the Spanner final. The Focus versus the Delta S4. The Evo, something or other that I still forgot to check the numbers on. It doesn't say on the back, does it? Of course it doesn't. I think it's 8. We'll go with it. And the Impreza hatchback. I think the Evo should get through. The rest, not sure. The Focus we know is going to struggle, of course, with that front-wheel drive. Delta versus Subaru should be interesting. And if they fall over one another, maybe the Focus will be able to make the most of it. You never know. On a stage like this, let us get the cars off and underway. Look at the Delta go up the, middle of the pack. Now, the Delta is quite low on horsepower in this. It has a relatively high starting PI, and that does make it a little bit, slow, basically, in a straight line. Probably quite quick through the corners, although it does look quite leery with it. Focus has got a lot of work to be doing. Evo versus Impreza battle is a go here as we head through the puddle. All 3 cars trying to minimise their time spent in the water. The Evo with a good run up on the outside. Not quite got the space. Delta actually carries about perfect amount of speed through all of that. Through the next corner we go. A little bit of sideways from both of the cars. Now, the Subaru is too far back at the moment, although if these two fight each other too much, there might be a chance for the Impreza here as we head up towards the final couple of corners. A little bit of a jump for the Delta and the Evo. Is the Evo going to find a space? Not quite. It's really looking for a way past. The Delta is covering just about everything. Here comes that Evo. It has a look. It gets alongside, but it won't get the acceleration. The S4 will win the Spanner final and is through to the next round. The Evo takes second, also progresses. The Impreza in third just couldn't quite make up the ground. The Focus, unfortunately, not quite able to keep up pace with the other vehicles. Good, again, very, very good Spanner final. This could be quite close. So, on to the first of our semi-finals. We have got the Galant, Quattro, Impreza and Delta S4 on the line. A good mixture of eras of cars in this one. Watch out for Subaru. Looks like Subaru and Quattro look quite fast. Delta did make it through from the Spanner final, which will get these cars underway. It's a good launch. In fact, good launch from the Delta on the outside. Subaru got a very good initial jump. Quattro struggled a little bit off of the line. Galant's gone wide. Galant's in the wall. That's going to have lost a fair amount of speed for all of that to go side by side. Really, really good pass from the Impreza to manage to squeeze around the outside and not even clip the fence, getting around the Delta. In fact, the Subaru has got quite a nice little lead going up towards the water splash. Who is going to skirt around it? Quattro, the only one to really go for that wider outside line. Big slide from the Lancia off towards the trees. Just about gets it all back together again. Impreza has got a still got that little bit of margin. Galant's fallen back, unfortunately. Looks like the Mitsubishi is going to struggle to make much out of this. The Quattro is now looking for a way past. The Audi very much wants to get up to that second position, finds a way along the inside to go over the final of the jumps. Just a couple more corners to go, sliding around for the Delta. Will it be close enough? I don't think so into this final turn here. It'd have to be a very big dive, and the Delta can't get the car stopped, can't get it quite turned well enough. The Galant's actually caught up at the end of this. Impreza takes victory. Quattro second will go through. The Delta S4 is out. The Galant didn't have a great middle section of that race. Caught rapidly towards the end, but just not quite close enough to be in the fight. So, we are on to the Mitsubishi semi-final. We've got my Galant, the Evo 6, the later Evo, and the Lancia Delta thrown in for good luck. We could have had an all Mitsubishi round, however this is just how the lucky dip draw, whatever you want to call it, randomised draw has gone. We will get this underway. I don't know. Ewan's not got the hang of this. There's always someone who's goofing this start sequence up. You would have thought by now we would have figured it out. Apparently we get worse / more confused as time goes on. It's a good start from the Galant in all of this. I do fear, we're going to end up in that wall. Didn't really want to get stuck there. Liam has got a lovely, lovely lead in the Evo. Can we get... Ewan's in trouble out in the weeds with 3 wide. I'm trying not to squeeze a car on the inside, trying not to squeeze a car on the outside. I'm in a very awkward position in this one, I would like to point out. The fog has at least subsided for now. I have no choice but to go through the centre of the puddle owing to, a car on the outside. We saw the Evo 6 look quick in the qualifying session, but it's just, you get stuck in traffic on these. It's always a potential problem. We've caught up to the back of the Delta, but where the hell are we going to go to find a way past? Could we have a look through here? The Evo 6 is to the inside as well. I was trying to position myself for the Delta. I'm probably quite frustrating. The Evo 6, the offensively green car in the background, is still there, having a look. Can we do anything into the final corner? I'm trying to get underneath the Delta. The Evo 6 is trying to get past me. It's not going to be enough. Oh, we're both out. The Delta goes through. Liam's Evo comfortably in the lead at the end of that. I think any one of the three of us could have got second, depending on how the start of that went. Fantastic battle, fantastic race. In the end, we just couldn't get past the Delta. Scotty couldn't get past me, I couldn't pass the Delta. That means Lancia will go through to the final. Me and the 6 are out. So, here are our finalists, and it is quite a nice varied bunch of cars. We have the Quattro from the Group B era, the Delta from the Group A era, and we have an Evo versus an Impreza for the WRC era. And I think they're roughly close to the right years. So, it's an interesting selection of cars that have made it through. It started raining, we are starting to lose the light. We shall get this final underway, and it should hopefully be an interesting one. I don't know where it's going to go. It will probably come down to who gets the best getaway. If you can get a clean getaway and not be fighting side by side, and the rest of the field does fight, that helps. You saw what Liam did with that Evo in the second of the semi-finals. I've crashed into a tree ever so slightly, don't mind me. Oh, a lot of running wide through there. Delta's battling away on the outside of the Evo. Delta ends up in the fence. Here comes the Impreza through the middle. Evo leads Impreza, leads Delta. Quattro hasn't had the fastest of starts in the last couple of rounds. It has got some work to try and do in this one, but it does get fast towards the latter stages. Evo is out sideways through these next couple of corners. Here comes the Impreza looking for a way past around the outside. Quattro gets a big slide in the background. Can the Delta, can the Quattro catch in these later stages? The Evo's a little bit wobbly through all of that. The Evo's in trouble actually there. Went far too tight to the inside as it's battling away now with the Quattro and Delta. I think the Impreza, unless there's a massive mistake in this final corner, it looks like the Impreza might have got this one, as it is the Evo try to fend off the Delta. The Quattro sends it in sideways through all of that as they come out of the final corner. The Delta's going to get second. The Subaru takes victory. Lancia second. Evo third. Quattro fourth. I got my drone stuck on a tree ever so slightly, which was a little bit of a shame. All I was trying to spin it round. But there you have it. The victor for our Forest Rally stage is going to be Subaru Impreza. That was a mad, mad final stage. Good fun though. good fun. And actually, everything worked out pretty well balanced, I have to say. The Quattro seemed to struggle a little bit more off the line, but was very quick later on. Just couldn't quite ever make it. It's so difficult overtaking. That is so difficult to overtake along this course. The Evo put up a very, very good fight. In the end, a little mistake got it swamped by a selection of cars. I'm not quite sure where the Delta's gone. It's vanished somewhere off into the distance. Well-deserved second place as the Evo 6 heads back. There we have it. That is going to be it for this tournament, for this little mini championship. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.